Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I'm Adeni G. Shafe. Time to take you around the world of sports. A good one for the clubs that actually shared the sport yesterday, Everton and Tottenham Hotspur. We'll be coming to that, but before then, let's start with Nigerian story. Rivers United have been the only team left in CAF Interclub competition. And right now, they've qualified for the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederation. They'll be earning $350,000 for qualifying for CAF champion, that's a Confederation quarterfinals, a good one there for the fact that they were able to do it. They have at least amassed a lot of money there for themselves. And if they go further to semi-final or even the final, the higher the money. A good one for Rivers United. We're taking that first story alongside Yusuf Akogu. Good to have you, Yusuf.
Yeah, always a pleasure talking sports.
Yes, let me call them your club. Rivers, Rivers United. A whopping $350,000 for qualifying.
Yeah, very good one. But right now they are, flying the flag of Nigeria on the continent, which is a very good one for them and of course for the country. At the beginning of the competition, when they were booted out of the CAF Champions League, they moved down to the second tier, and they're actually doing well. Although initially they started on the wrong foot, but they were able to, got their feedback, and a very good one for them. They are doing very strongly, qualifying for the quarterfinal. A second on the table behind Asec Mimosa of Cote d'Ivoire. I think it's a very good one, and earning this $350,000, and then once they move forward, they'll earn close to $450,000 for the semi-finals, and then if they're able to make it to the final, whether they win it or not, it's another huge amount of money for the club as well. So for me, I'm impressed that we have a team on the continent. I could remember at a point where no Nigerian clubs was, participating in any of the CAF competition. So that was not really good enough for the country. So we actually look forward for a better performance from Rivers United. Probably we may have them again do what Enyimba did in 2003 and 2004 in the CAF Champions League. I think for this competition, we've never won it. I think we need to see what we can do to win it. So more investment is needed to ensure that Rivers United actually break that jinx, as it were.
But Rivers United they really tried their best in this competition. After dropping from CAF Champions League, it seems they got their rhythm in this particular second tier of CAF Interclub. And right now, this amount of money will aid the team to perform, because money really is a motivation when it comes to sport. So the players, the technical crew, even the state government will be at least geared up to continue trying their best to make sure they can scale through the quarterfinals and also get to some, who knows, maybe they can even scoop it.
That is what we're actually looking forward to. But again, in CAF competition, the higher you go, the more difficult it becomes. Yeah. Now you have Asec Mimosa, one of the premier clubs in Africa, that top that group as well. So there are other clubs, big clubs on the continent that are also there. So I think it's going to be stiffer, and the Rivers United need to brace up for a more challenging times ahead for them. And for the money, I really hope that money will be properly utilized. That is always my problem, because there is a lot of corruption in the system. So you could be, there are a lot of people that will be looking for a way to enrich themselves without money. So let them understand that this money is meant for reinvestment into the club, and of course see how they can actually improve in terms of infrastructure, in terms of player wages, and of course salaries. So that should be taken more seriously to ensure that these boys are motivated for the next round.
Well, a good one there. Looking at Rivers United getting that amount of money, $350,000 for qualifying for the quarterfinals of CAF Confederation, the second tier of CAF Interclub competition. And Nigerians are really believing that they can actually go further to get to semi-final. If they can do that, more money for them. Away from Rivers United, let's talk about our ladies who will be going to the World Cup by July 20, when the World Cup will be starting. Super Falcons will be there to also participate because they qualify from Africa. But right now, the kits company that's actually kitting the Nigerian teams right now, Nike, Unveil Super Falcons kits, the home and away kits. That's it there. You have Asisa Oshoala and Rashidat Ajibade, at least donning the colors of Nigeria. This is what they'll be wearing at the World Cup. And if you look at the green one, it seems if I remember, Korea Japan 2002.
Yes.
Maybe they try to go like They took some effects from there and they added up with their new one. And really, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks cool, but again, it looks as if we're actually deviating from our colors, the usual color.
No, at times, if you remember, if you look at the one they did for Super Eagles, or even the entire team last time, that was one of it that looks like kaftan or whatever. but later, it begins to see that really this jersey is actually very cool. Nigerian jersey is always very fine. Yeah. Watch out. As time goes on, you begin to appreciate the fact that, oh, this jersey is actually very fine.
Yeah, if you look at it, it's looking so nice on them. A very good design from is it Nike now? Yes, from Nike. Yes, from them. So it's a very good design. But again, I'm concerned about is it away jersey now?
Away jersey.
This look more like
because of the blue.
Is that blue? Is that yes. Green? Is that dark green or
but
black?
You can see the logo of NFF. You can see there. You can see the company's logo.
This look like dark. Dark green or
now
black.
Look at it fully. Look at it. That's the away, right? This is the home. The one assisted is the home.
That is the home jersey.
Yeah.
But why the one where Rashida Tajibade is wearing?
I know. We are so used to green.
Exactly. So what is it about the red socks?
Well,
the red stockings.
Nike should be the one to explain that.
because this colors
I kind of
feature in our national colors.
But looking at the fact that maybe they just want something different, a touch of. If you look at the boots now, look at the boots and the
pink,
the pink, and if you look at it, the heel of the boot is showing some green touch there.
Yes.
And if you really look, the jersey itself is a dark green color before they injected the other colors. But really, it's actually dark green. But if you don't look very well, you'll be thinking it's black, but it's not black.
Absolutely. So I thought about that as well. But I'm worried about the Red Sox. I think they can actually change that to maybe probably white.
Green or white.
Or green, yes.
Maybe white colors of that socks. But really,
red? No, I don't think
Nigeria has never been red.
Absolutely.
We don't really with red, right? But really. But if you check the red too, look at the dots on the
Nike.
Yes, you see that a little touch of maybe red or pink or whatever that is closer to the red is there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure by the time you look at the launch of this particular kit, the explanation of why they put red color there, because if you look at the red with the dots on the away jersey, you could sense that okay, the reason why they put that red, maybe that's why to match with that.
I think only Nike can actually explain that, because since I've been following
but the home kit is very fantastic.
Yeah, the home kit is representing our colors, complete green or white, as you can see. So this is very okay, this is acceptable. But the other away kit, I think Nike need to explain to us more why we're having this colors combination as well, because I'm sure they are having a pink on red and
a red on
dark
pink.
Green.
Red on pink.
Red on pink. Sorry, red on pink. You have dark green and jersey. So I think Nike need to explain to us why we're having this kind of colors combination, because to me, I don't know, I can't imagine seeing this on the Super Eagles.
Well, maybe, but the ladies will be going to the World Cup with this, the away and the home kit. That's what Nike actually released, and it has been unveiled. And immediately mention unveiling, that shows that it has been approved. So at least a good one. Let the ladies go out there and do their thing. We're expecting them to move further or perform better this time around at the World Cup, the Mundial for women, starting from July 2023. The Super Falcons are battle ready right now. They've been talking, and right now we hope that Coach Randy Waldrum with her girls will do us proud. Well, let me not call them girls, because we have a 39-year-old lady there. But really, our captain, the women, really, that's Onome Ebi. That's our captain. He's among them. He'll be going with the team to the World Cup, and they are ready to perform in this World Cup. Let's see what our team will be doing. From the way it is, Super Falcons are kind of fired up in this particular competition. They're playing against Canada, Ireland, and also Australia.
Yes, I think we should skate through that group.
No, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, but we know that we are one of the giants from Africa going to that tournament. So if you're talking about the women football superpowers, you talk about the like of the US, China, Sweden, Norway, and co. but against Australia and Ireland and of course Canada. Canada is also a very strong female footballing nation, but I think the Super Falcons should be able to hold their own against these teams, and of course, qualify from the group. That is the first step, and then from there we can see we'll take all the games one by one.
Well, we've been talking about Super Falcons there, the unveiling of their new kit to the World Cup 2023 World Cup, because starting in July in Australia and alongside New Zealand co-hosting there. Well, good luck to Super Falcons of Nigeria as they go on that particular trip. Well, right now, let's talk about Peru under-17. They're supposed to be the host of under-17 World Cup, but right now, news came out just yesterday that FIFA withdraw hosting right from Peru. Peru won't be hosting anymore due to the fact that they are yet to meet up with their infrastructure the development, or everything they said they will be doing before the World Cup starts seems to be lagging behind, and that's why FIFA had to withdraw. Let's look at the statement from FIFA concerning that particular removal of Peru from hosting the World Cup. FIFA said on Monday that South American nation Peru had failed to fulfill infrastructure commitments ahead of the Under-17 World Cup. The move was made given the inability of the host country to fulfill its commitment to complete the infrastructure required to stay the tournament. Despite a very positive working relationship between FIFA and the Peruvian Football Federation of FPF, it has been determined that there is now not sufficient time to secure the requirement investment and complete necessary work with the Peruvian government ahead of the tournament start date. FIFA would like to express its thanks to the FPF for their efforts and remain open to organizing the competition in Peru in the future. The Under-17 tournament is still set to take place from November 10 to December 2, adding that its council will designate a new host from November to December 2nd, and from now, this is April, for FIFA to at least visualize the future that it seems these guys will not be able to meet up. It's better we take this thing away from them. That shows that really they are not ready. This is April to November, a bit far, but for FIFA to have taken that decision, that shows that really Peru are not really ready to fulfill the infrastructure commitments.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. FIFA will have to see what you have on ground before they can actually, give you that hosting right. They were giving this hosting right 4 years ago, so FIFA probably has been, studying their preparedness ahead of the tournament. Up to this moment, right, we have like maybe less than 8 months or thereabout to the tournament, and it seemed like the infrastructure that
they just call it 7 months.
7 months to the tournament. So the infrastructure that is required to hold that, that kind of tournament is not on ground. So you do not expect FIFA to fold their arms and of course allow the tournament to fail. So they have to take a decision, and that is what I think they have done here. But I think to me, I'm so disappointed in Federation of Peruvian football. I mean, Peruvian
FIFA,
Football
right? Okay,
International
Peruvian.
Federation rather.
FPF.
FPF, absolutely. So I'm so disappointed in them because I expect them to do better. Peru is a country from South America. They're a very strong footballing nation as well. They have some, some very good players that we've known.
As clear as you remember Solano.
Absolutely. That we've known. So I think they ought to have done better given the fact that they are surrounded with some giants when it comes to global football. The like of Brazil, Argentina.
In fact, almost Uruguay, all countries in South America,
absolutely, Ecuador, they're all footballing nations. So I was expecting them to do more, but again, given the fact that they clearly shown FIFA that look, we are not ready for this tournament. I think to me it's an embarrassment on the federation, and of course they need to actually see how they can actually return back in 2027. Yes, 2025 rather.
Well, but
actually bid.
But really. The fact that FIFA took this away, good one, they actually visualize and they foresee that yes, the best thing to do is to get it away and get a country that will be ready, according to what they said, they will get a designated team or host for this. But it's high time, if you know you are not ready, don't bid for an event, because if you notice now, we've seen, look at Indonesia, they got the bid, they prepare for everything just because of diplomatic issues against Israel.
Yes.
That has actually taken that away from them. If you know you are not ready for it, aside the fact that you could be ready infrastructure-wise, you may not be ready diplomatically, you may not be ready when it comes to other things. So be ready in all spheres so that nothing will take it away from you. being the host. Look at Qatar. They knew what they were doing. They were ready to host the World Cup. And in every area, they were perfect. They did everything possible to prove to the world that they wanted to host the World Cup.
Yes, I could remember when Nigeria hosted the Under-20 World Cup and later Under-17. I think we did very well putting infrastructures together. Some of the stadiums, those that needed to be renovated were actually renovated and upgraded. I recall I was in Kaduna at the time when the Under-17 World Cup held in Kaduna. Ahmadu Bello Stadium was, upgraded. Also. Yes. So one of the fantastic, I think these are some of the things that FIFA is actually looking at. Okay, let's look at the state of your stadiums. That's not just that one. What about the other facilities like hotels and so many other things that that will accommodate the visitors? So these are some of the things that FIFA will put into consideration and actually look. Based on what we have seen on ground, I don't think these guys are ready to host the rest of the world. And hosting the rest of the world requires quite a whole lot. But again, you have actually lost something, because when you're hosting the rest of the world, it's actually, you put your country on the map. A lot of businesses, tourism and all of that. So a lot of them come in for you, and then you rake in more revenues at the end of the day. But again, FIFA has lost that opportunity, and I hope they'll be ready.
Peru, not FIFA.
Peru, sorry. Peru has lost that opportunity, and I hope by 2025 they'll be ready.
Well, let's see what happens there. Waiting for the new host of the Under-17 World Cup that will be starting, although that same date still remain the same according to FIFA. By November, that Under-17 World Cup will be starting, and hopefully our team Under-17, we're hoping that they can make it from the Under-17 AFCON to the World Cup. Now we talk about tennis. The man of the moment, who really has done when it comes to playing tennis, has been getting a lot of accolades. Tennis, Djokovic reclaimed ATP #1 sport after dropping it for a while for Alcaraz, but right now he has taken over again as #1. This man has really done when it comes to taking the place of Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal in the world of tennis. He has really shown the class when it comes to playing tennis. Right now, he deserves those accolades coming, and also all the ratings in this world. Let's look at the top 20 of the ATP new ranking for from April 3rd. Novak Djokovic is there. The Serbian is actually gathering 7,160 points. Carlos Alcaraz from Spain, who was formerly #1, is now #2 with 6,780. Stefanos Tsitsipas of Greece is standing tall. You have Daniil Medvedev right now standing 4 there. Kasper Ruud, Norway. Andrei Rublev. You have Felix Auger-Aliassime there from Canada. You have Holger Rune, Jannik Sinner, Taylor Fritz, Karen Khachanov, Hubert Hurkacz, Cameron Norrie. Rafael Nadal is now #14. The Spaniard, who really has done well when it comes to tennis in the world of that particular sport. Francis Tiafoe, Alexander Zverev is standing 16. Pablo Carreño Busta. You have Tommy Paul of USA, Alexa de Minaur, and you have Bona Koric, also from Croatia, standing 20 there. Well, from 1 to 20, but for Novak Djokovic, the Serbian, getting back to #1.
Yes.
That has been the place it has always been before Carlos Alcaraz took over, and now he's back to the place he used to be.
Yes, he's back to the usual place. So he's not surprised, but I'm worried about Rafael Nadal rating number 14.
Yeah, he has for a while now.
Wow.
Has dropped.
That is really.
What about Roger Federer? Although he has retired, anyway.
Exactly. So
a time will come. A time will come for you to drop it.
Yes, if you look at those ahead of Rafael Nadal, wow, you wonder what is happening. Gasper Ruud.
But you look at the point too.
Yeah,
he's having Rafael Nadal is having 2,715.
Yes,
that's the point. Yes. And you look at ahead of him, you have someone with 2,735 up to 7,000. So you can imagine
I actually understand the rating. Absolutely. But again, I think
he will bounce back.
He will bounce back certainly.
Injury has been the bane of his career.
Yes, just like Novak Djokovic. So he will bounce back. But again, we know tennis is for Europe and America. I was expecting that top 20 will have one of our African brother there.
Yeah, but hopefully.
None
of them
is actually there.
If you want to look at, even for the women, Ons Jabeur from Tunisia has really been a talent, showcasing her talent there. Yes. Ons Jabeur has been a real talent for Tunisia. But if you look at the ratings, the points at times brings out that it will aid you how far you can go. You know, tennis really has been dominated by the Europeans, the American, and also some parts of Asia. But really, Africa needs to up their game by getting to be named among the top 20.
Absolutely. I think we need to invest more in this competition, in this sports. I think that's one area that Africa are not really
Funny
doing so
enough,
well.
we like recently we have a 14-year-old boy, Sheye Ogunshakindereba from Ekiti. Actually did well. He will be going for the junior Wimbledon right now in England.
Okay.
He was able to win in Africa, dominate the whole junior tennis championship. And we have some other player like Oyinlomo Quadri, Mary Love Edwards. You have a lot of them like that who are really Sylvester.
But again,
the fact that Nigerian Tennis Federation (NTF) needs to, you have ratings of this competition, 5,000, 2,000, like that. So for you to participate, it takes a lot of things to do, technically, financially, everything is involved to get you up there. So money needs to be done for us to have those tennis players being rated.
Yes, absolutely. Like you said, money is involved. That's why I keep talking about investment as well. So, like you made mention of about 3 very key players of Nigerian descent. So, what stops the Nigeria Tennis Federation from sending these guys abroad, sending them for let them have access to first-class training facilities? There's nothing wrong in sending
Quadri
Oyinlomo, for example, to train with the likes of Rafael Nadal or Novak Djokovic. That is a way. You say,
everything is stage by stage, step by step.
Absolutely.
You can't just jump over. I'm not saying they can't train with them, but it to take little time. Why? You need to get to some level. It's just like picking a player from here and throwing that, okay, go and train with Messi. You understand?
Yeah.
But it's either you are in PSG or you are playing in French league, or something just connect your club with that club, one way or the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but the thing is that these guys are tennis players. There's nothing wrong with having a mentor.
Of course, they can.
You understand? So if you can have access, if they can have access to the same facilities that these guys use, then they can actually, get up there.
Of course.
But again, for them to do that, they need the support of Nigeria Tennis Federation. You understand? And for you to get to that level, a whole lot of money is involved. And that is why I think that Nigeria Tennis Federation, they need to do a whole lot more, because we have been in the background for a very, very long time when it comes to this competition. And if you look at the kind of attention that tennis is getting, I think it's even getting more attention, even more than football these days. So I think we need to look at that, and instead of keep saying that we're a footballing nation, they're a big footballing nation. Spain is a footballing nation.
Of course, look at Carlos Alcaraz being rated number 2 there.
You understand? Rafael Nadal, they are Spanish. So we need to also, encourage our boys to, succeed in this kind of sports as well. So to me, I think we need to do quite a whole lot more, so that we don't really rely so much on football, so that at the end of the day, when the Super Eagles misbehave or mess up, we all of us will get disappointed.
Well, not everyone will play soccer, as we always say. At least some Nigerians will be very good in playing tennis, hockey, talk about volleyball, basketball. At least let's give them the chance, that platform for them to be able to compete and also put Nigeria on the world map. We've been talking about tennis there, where number 1 man right now, Novak Djokovic, the Serbian, is really dominating, getting over 7,000 rating of ranking there. And now quickly, let's talk about Monday result. Matches were played yesterday. Everton against Tottenham Hotspur. It ended 1-1. They shared the spoil there. And you have Valencia against Rayo Vallecano also play 1-1. Empoli defeated Lecce by 1-0. You have Sassuolo 1-1 against Torino. It was as if they had a meeting. Meeting of scoring 1-1 goals. But really, let's focus on Everton Tottenham Hotspur. That match was filled up with 2 red cards. I saw Doucouré. What was Doucouré doing with? Was it turning into a cat trying to hit the face of Harry Kane or what?
Absolutely. The temper was high.
Seriously, a lot of emotions in that game.
Absolutely. So the temper was high yesterday. So you could see the 2 teams wanted more of the game. So and they eventually shared the spoil yesterday. So I think it's a very good one.
Look
for
at
the
their hand. Was it turning into a card there? What was he trying to do? Seriously? I was like, what's happening?
Annoyance. So who is this guy? You want to stop? You want to push my team to relegation?
Oh,
so
my
I'm
goodness.
not going to agree. So
we are coming out of relegation by force.
By force. So that is what he saw there. He saw the other one to what's his name now?
Hurricane.
No, the other red card.
Okay, yes, it happens to Tottenham too. They got their own.
Absolutely. So I think it was a very, very good game, fantastic game it was yesterday. Hurricane scoring that penalty before that fantastic equalizer. That Hurricane.
I'm talking about Everton too.
Oh yeah,
yes,
Kane, the two Kane, absolutely.
His own is Kane, the other one is Keane.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he gave away the penalty anyway.
That's football right now. Everton, Tottenham Hotspur, they share the spot. Let's just have a blink, a look at the way the table is standing. Tottenham Hotspur, they added one more point. And look at Everton too. All right, now Tottenham are now standing for with that point. They have 50 points there. It's a big battle there. Look at it. Newcastle, Tottenham, Manchester United on 50 points apiece. Big one. 27 for Newcastle. They have 2 matches to play. They have 2 matches at hand now. Tottenham Hotspur, they play 29. Man United also 2 matches. So it's still open for them to jump over Tottenham Hotspur out of those 2 matches.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the top 4 race is still very, very open. But I think it's already narrowed down to 5 teams here. Arsenal is already there. Man City, Newcastle United,
up to Manchester United.
Yes.
So one of them must drop down.
Absolutely, and I think Tottenham is going to drop down because
don't say that yet. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen in football. But again, they have not really been well. They've done so well, but not really convincing as one will actually expect. But again, it's still about how many matches to go? 7, 8. 9 matches to go. Anything can happen.
A big one there, just looking at Tottenham Hotspur standing for there. Now let's look at Everton, where they belong. Even though they added 1 more point, they've jumped up to 15th position, just a point. Although it's open because from 13 down to 20, no one is safe. From 13 to 20, they are a very tough league this season. Over then EPL, Premier League, match day 29 completion there. Quickly, let's take 2 stories before we wrap it up. Graham Potter rejects offer as Leicester City manager. The man just got away from Chelsea and you're offering him, I want to rest. Let me. And then the last one says, before we talk about that, Chelsea to interview Enrique Nagelsmann, Pochettino, and Napoli's Luciano Spalletti. Napoli, would they allow Spalletti to do for this?
Well, is Chelsea, they are at it again. So I really don't think you need to interview 4 coaches,
5 even more,
or 5 before you hire one. No, you should have your target. That's the Chelsea of old, of Roman Abramovich era. That is what he does. He doesn't.
He already has the person he wants to pick. He goes for him.
So you don't need to interview 5 or 6 players before you can pick one. So you look at all the coaches, you watch their games, you watch the clubs they've coached. Which one of them can actually suit to your club? Which one of them can bring in the culture that you're looking for into your club? So I think that is what you should be concerned about. They shouldn't be doing like a NFF.
Anyway, for Leicester City offering Graham Potter now, and he's rejecting it.
I think it's too early. The young man needs to rest.
The trouble of Chelsea is too much.
Absolutely. He was doing well at Brighton. He was a big fish in a small ocean. Suddenly he came into Chelsea
and see himself in a big ocean.
He saw a very big challenge.
Well, that's the beginning of wisdom for Graham Potter there, for him to at least reject that particular offer. He needs to get his head well. That'll be it on 360 Sport on Trust TV with Yakubu. Sorry, I call you Yakubu. Yusuf Akogu. Thanks very much.
Always a pleasure.
Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching. Well.